Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Star Wars Grogu with Hover Pram. It is set number 75403, comes with 1,048 pieces, is rated ages 10 and up. And this set retails in the United States for $99.99 and in Canada for $129.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Taking a look at the box, you can see Grogu in his hover pram on a planet. I believe this might be the planet from the end of The Mandalorian Season 3, where we see him living with Din Djarin, of course. You have Mando and Grogu there on the bottom. The Grogu sort of minifigure on the bottom as well. Taking a look at the back, you can see some more nice detail. You can see the play functionalities of the set, moving the arms and the head, which is pretty nice, and also the fact that you can take him out of the pram to display as well. Now taking a look at the manuals, as you can see, you are given two of them, as one builds Grogu, one builds the pram. So that is pretty nice that you could split the build with a partner, or just build it at random times. You have that ability there, so that's pretty nice. Back of this manual actually has some nice detail and advertising. So you have some of the other sets that are released alongside it, with the ARC 170, the N1 Starfighter 4 Plus set, and Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter. Then you also have another image of the Grogu pram, so you get two of them kind of shown. It's always kind of funny to me how or why LEGO does that. But what I love is it actually shows Grogu in his pram from The Mandalorian, which looks really awesome there, that nice detail. Here we have the extra pieces I was left with following the build. So most interesting, of course, you have a brick separator, which isn't that interesting, but I was actually left with an extra Grogu head, which really doesn't happen that often, so that's kind of nice, I guess. I mean, it's not like you can really use it on anything else because it's too small to fit on a regular minifigure body, but still nice, I guess, to get this extra piece, and just to make sure you get it, as of course it's very important. And then some other nice pieces, I mean studs and whatnot, that you can add to your collection for free. Now, starting things off, we will take a look at the stand here. Also, of course, having Grogu on his new pram. So this one is a different design than what we got in the Razor Crest UCS set. So that one had a different built pram. It was a little bit larger. They decided to change the design just so it would look, I guess, better next to it and wouldn't look as large. Since obviously this one is a little bit scaled down, and you obviously can't close it like you can in Universe or anything like that. So they wanted to sort of represent this design closer to the larger brick-built version. This, of course, is printed, which looks very nice. What's nice about these parts in particular is there's never any issue with a dimple. So it's fully flat, and there's no like spot that looks bad on these, and that's why I really feel like long-term LEGO should be able to fix that dimple issue that we have on the UCS plaque printing. I decided to put the cookies in the top corners so he wouldn't lose them, because you don't really have a place for them. But these are supposed to be the cookies he eats during Season 2 when he's at the school and whatnot, so that's pretty fun. You have some more nice information on Grogu, though again, you don't know his homeworld or species because that hasn't been revealed, and realistically probably never will be revealed. I think Lucasfilm will want to keep that a secret, mostly because I don't think they know either. Just getting another look at Grogu in his pram. Of course, again, this is your typical, Lego baby minifigure piece. You can actually see this part from the pram came out with him, as it was stuck on too hard, but nothing different about Grogu. They haven't changed him up at all. And probably won't for a while, since he's probably going to look very similar in the upcoming movie. But overall, he still looks pretty good. Now, take a look at Grogu in his hover pram, and man, this is just an awesome set. It looks really fun, and, there's some things that I don't love about it, but overall, I just think this is a great idea from LEGO, and the overall execution for the size is very good. Obviously, like I said, there's one main thing that they just weren't able to accomplish, and even if they made it larger, I don't think they would be able to do, and that's being able to close the pram around to have it when he's, hiding inside of it. Obviously, that's really the only thing that, is missing, but again, I'm not sure LEGO would ever be able to do that anyways, but still, that's the only thing that would be awesome if they one day found a way to do. Now, like I said, you can pop Grogu out of his pram, where we can get a nice look at it. And you can see a lot of the really cool building techniques that they use, a lot of different ones to get the shaping really good. Obviously, there is some gaps, which is a little bit, not correct, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, this should probably all be brown, or not have, obviously, any spaces. But overall, I think it gets the job done at its scale. And really, I never thought they would do this, especially after they already did the Grogu buildable figure. I kind of thought they would just leave it at that and maybe update, a full Grogu figure, but not do it like this. So I think them doing this is awesome. Now, you do have some nice sticker detail, as you can see on the side here, which does aid the set in looking a little bit better. You have some more detail there, which aren't even stickers, I should say. These are just layered plates, but it looks really nicely done there. So that's pretty nice. And then the same stickers on the other side. You can see the back here, and this is where in universe this part would expand around to close and basically shield Grogu in his little pram. And I mean, I believe Yoda had the same thing in Attack of the Clones as well, though we don't see it close in that movie at all. So that's pretty nice. Next, we'll take a look at Grogu, and we'll start off with his accessories. So you have the little frog creature that he eats. So unfortunately for this guy, he's about to be chomped on. It's a very simple build. It has a sticker detail here for the back, the eyepiece that's printed, but it's supposed to be just like a Lego, or well, it is Lego, but a Star Wars frog creature thing that Grogu likes to munch on, as I think we see him eat multiple of these throughout the show at different points. So that's definitely nice to have included, just a random little thing for you to have Grogu hold, as you can see there. Next up, we have probably my one main gripe is the color scheme. So this is meant to be the little piece from the Razor Crest that he loves during the first 2 seasons that he likes to hold and play with. It's supposed to be more gunmetal, and they got it a lot more darker and more correct in the larger Grogu figures, so they just didn't want to print or mold this piece in that color scheme, unfortunately. And just again, a cost value measure from Lego that just, if they had just done it, and even if it was a darker color, I think I would have preferred it, because it's just not supposed to be this light. It doesn't really take away anything from it, though. You can see his hands here, the parts they're using for it, which is pretty nice, which again, you can pop this piece off, so he doesn't have to hold it if you don't want to, so that's definitely pretty nice there. Now, the back has some of the main play functionalities, being you can move the arms, and you can move both, which is pretty nice, so that's definitely really fun there. So you can do it. Obviously, you don't have to use the back wheels, you can just move it yourself. Like, it's not like it's locked in place and you only have to use these levers, but still nice, and I'm sure some kids would have fun, pretending he's like a Lego doll, essentially. Now, the other thing you can do is move the ears into position. Now, you can move the head fully 360 degrees if you want, but also the ears you can have some fun with and move those around as well, so that's definitely pretty nice there to have him, emote more based on how you place the ears. Which is definitely pretty nice there. And here we have the buildable Grogu figure right next to the new Grogu with his hover pram figure, or buildable character, I guess. As you can see, quite a large size difference, and even some color differences, as they added some light tan to represent his coat, or a little bit better, which I actually think looks a lot better, rather than being all one color, because it isn't in universe. As you can see here, this is what I was talking about. Like, this part is a little bit more accurate because it's not fully gunmetal color like it should be, but it's a more metallic gray, I guess is how I describe it, compared to this just light gray. So if they even used the same color for this piece, would have been fine, but they went with a lighter color, probably because it was cheaper. But yeah, like, obviously a large size difference between the two characters, but you get the hover pram included instead. So that's definitely pretty nice. Overall, I think I like the overall design of this one better, just because it's larger, and I think this one looks, for lack of a better term, older. Like, this one just looks too baby-ish, I guess is how I'd put it. But I still think this one, just for the fact it includes the hover pram, is fantastic. And just to show the differences with Grogu in his hover pram there, as you can see, looks pretty nice, I have to say. And that's why, like, I think the hover pram alone makes this, like, really good set, even though I like this Grogu a lot better. But I think just the overall fact that this includes both is really nice. The LEGO Star Wars Grogu with his hover pram is, to me, a fantastic LEGO set. And while, yes, I think the Grogu figure isn't the best compared to the previous one, I think the overall inclusion of the hover pram makes this set absolutely worth it. In fact, I would say this is the most fairly priced LEGO Star Wars set that is recently released compared to the ARC 170, the Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter, and other LEGO Star Wars sets. Like, I think for what you're getting in this set is very good for its price. I think this set is definitely a must-have if you're a fan of The Mandalorian, or if you're excited about the Mandalorian and Grogu film. I think this set is absolutely going to sell very well with the fact that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming out. And if you're a fan of the Mandalorian show itself, I think you're going to want to pick this set up. Especially if you didn't previously pick up the old Grogu buildable character. With that being said, that's all my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on the LEGO Star Wars Grogu with hover pram in the comments down below. Have you guys picked up the set, or are you planning to? Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.